everyone, it's Sarah Claire, Associate Director of Theater Education, here with you to do an acting adventure. Today we're going to do an acting adventure, and the first thing you need is your imagination. So make sure that you are imagining all of the wonderful things. Beyond that, we're going to go over 3 different sections today. The first section is all of the supplies you'll need to put together your adventure. Now, mind you, I might have things at my house that you might not have, and that's perfectly okay. You can change whatever materials for your adventure based on what you have. The second part is going to be setting up the adventure, and again, what I have at my house might be different than what you have at your house, so just use whatever you have. Now remember to ask for permission from your family, and after the adventure is over, make sure that you help clean up. And then the third part is the adventure. So the first part we're going to do is gathering and putting together our materials. The first thing we're going to do is get some paper plates. I have some paper plates at my house, and I'm also going to be using a scissor. Now, if you have safety scissors at home or can use scissors at your home, that's okay. But if you need an adult or someone older to help you, please ask for their help. Now, we are going to be using our scissors to cut a triangle out of our paper plate. I did this earlier today, and that's what it looks like. So cut a triangle out of your paper plate. Now, the next thing you can do is you can use either some tape, whatever kind you have at home, some glue, or a stapler to put the triangle on the back of your plate. Today we're just going to use a little bit of tape. So I'm going to take my tape, set down my plate, and add this to the end. Now you might be able to tell from what I've created what our adventure might be today. Our adventure is going to be an at the beach and under the sea adventure. And if you can't tell, this is going to be one of our friendly fish. I have actually added an eyeball to our fish right here using a googly eye. Now, if you don't have googly eyes at home, you can actually add an eye to your fish using some markers, some colored pencils, some crayons, or whatever you have at home. Don't worry, we're gonna have fun together and you don't have to have the same things as I do. So on our fish here, I'm gonna add a little eye and I'm gonna make him a very happy fish. So there's his eye. And then we're adding some eyelashes just for fun. Now in our adventure, when we set up the adventure, we can put these on our walls, we can hang them, and we might even be able to use some string and some clothespins to hang them up. Again, use whatever you have at home. I'm just showing you what I have. So I'm going to use my clothespin and some string, and then we're going to set this up on our wall. Doesn't that sound fun? Another thing we're going to do with our adventure is we're going to gather some more supplies. So I have some little dowel rods at home. I might use these to make a fishing rod. I have some seashells at home, and we're going to use these in our adventure when we're on the beach and we're going to collect them. I also have some magnets that are going to help me put together my fishing rod, as well as our rope from earlier. And I have some sponges. We're going to pretend that these are fish. We also have a thing of bubbles, a beach ball, and you can also use a balloon if you don't have a beach ball. We have a sheet, a towel, some chairs, and some fun items to dress up with. So when we're on the beach, we'll look super cool. How does that sound? Fun? Now the next little project we're going to do is our fishing pole and our fish. So like I said, I have a little dowel rod. You might even be able to use a pencil for this. I'm going to use my string here, cut it, and add a little bit of string to my fishing rod using some tape. So we're going to add the fishing rod to our pole. And again, you might need some help from an adult on this, and that's okay. We're going to take the tape and wrap it around the pole. Now you can use your markers to decorate this further if you want to. I also have some magnets at home. And I'm going to use, again, some tape and stick this to the end of our fishing rod line. I'm going to take the tape and here we go. Just put it on over. And again, if you want to add some fancy things to it, feel free. And now we have our homemade fishing rod. Today I took an old magnet that was used on my refrigerator from a company. And you know what I did? I cut it up and I added some stickers to it, some fish stickers. And if you don't have fish stickers at home, that's okay. I also drew a little fish on the magnet, and now we can go fishing with our new rod. So you can use your rod and try to pick up as many fish as you can. If it works, great, and if it doesn't, that's okay too. Come on, little fish. There might be too much tape on mine. I might have to rethink my adventure. I might instead take one of these magnets and add it to my fish. Sometimes our adventures aren't always perfect, and that's okay. We're just going to do the best we can with what we have. And remember, it's more about your imagination than all the things you have at home. So I'm going to try this again. Does it work? Can I get this fish? Can I fish my fish with my string? We did it! Great job, everybody. And like I said, sometimes what you try first might not work out, and that's okay. We're going to just keep going with what we have. Again, if you don't have magnets or stickers of fish at home, we have another game we can play for our fish. I have some cut up foam, a paper towel roll, and a beach ball, or a little ball that we got. Now you can use this and a basket to play a go fishing game. If you have a sibling or a parent at home, they can throw these and you can try to catch them in your basket. See how many you can catch in 10 seconds. Now we're going to move on to setting up our adventure. We have all sorts of things, so let's go ahead and set up our adventure. See you in a moment. And magically, we have our room set up. So let's go over a few things that we've set up for our fun adventure today. I've taped our fish up on the wall, just using masking tape. And then I've set out some seashells over the couch so we can find all of these fun seashells. I've also put a towel down to lounge on the beach. What I did over here is I took 2 of my kitchen table chairs and I added a sheet to them so we can create a fun cavern to go inside. You can even take a flashlight in there if you want to for your fun adventures. We added a couple more materials, including some bubble wrap. Now, if you don't have bubble wrap, that's okay, you don't need it. But I'm gonna have it here as our hot sand, so when we walk across it, oh, it's so hot. Oh, you know what, and it's on the carpet, so it's not gonna make noise, so let's put it over here. Oh no, it's so hot. Oh. We also have a fun piece of craft paper that we can use to make a map. So that's what we're going to do. We have our cave over here. We have our couches that are our mountains on the beach. Here's our beach towel. And let's pretend that we also have a fun umbrella and some more mountains. And here's X. X marks the spot for where we're gonna put our treasure. So at the end of our beach adventure, we can go get our treasure. So let's talk about what our adventure would look like. The first thing you'll wanna do is get in the car. So everybody, let's get in the car. Put on your seatbelt first. So we're gonna put on our seatbelts. 1, 2, 3, click. Start the ignition. Vroom, vroom, and let's drive to the beach. Vroom, vroom, vroom. We're there. All right, turn off the car. And let's take off our seatbelts. 1, 2, 3, click. And we're on our way to the beach. Now I've already set down my towel, but that's one of the first things you can do. Set down your towel. And here's where all of our fun costumes might come in. So if you have a sun hat, you can put on your sun hat. And if you have some fun shades, you can put those on too. And lay out in the sun, having a great time. Now, I'm doing my adventure inside, but if it's a nice day like today, you can also go outside and do your adventure. And that even helps the cleanup a little bit more. So after we have a fun time lounging in the sun, maybe we'll have a game of volleyball using our balloon, or if you have a ball. And you can practice things like bumping the ball, setting the ball, and even spiking the ball. It's even more fun with a balloon because it's a little bit easier than with a real beach ball. Then you can go into the water and swim. So the next thing you can do is go on in, dive into the water and swim. Try your front stroke and your back stroke, and even dive down into the water. You can do all sorts of fun things when you're in the water. Pretend to be a fish or a dolphin. You can even be a sea star in the inside of the ocean, or you can be a shark. Be a shark. And you have some fun songs I'm sure you can sing in the ocean or outside on the beach. So think of all the fun songs that you can sing about being under the sea or being a baby shark, and have a great time with it. After you're done in the water, you can come out and dry it on the beach and even make a sand castle. I'm going to collect some of my seashells and create a beautiful sand castle using this box and this and some beautiful seashells to create a lovely, lovely castle. See what kind of things you can make with whatever you have around the house. Well, that's it for our adventure today. Remember, you can take your adventure wherever you want. So if we're on the beach, what would you like to do on the beach? Do you want to gather seashells? Do you want to play in the sand? Do you want to bury someone in the sand? Maybe you can use some blankets. Have a lot of fun. And remember, the best and most important thing about our adventures in acting are using your imagination and having fun. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and we'll see you soon.